So I have COB and MNFEE on this claim. Right? So now I'm going to pull my claim image. And I do see that I have Medicare here. I have a Medicare EOB. So I see that the EOB indicators have been entered for this claim. Give me a minute. I want to pull New Jersey's professional COB SAT. Okay, so remember that when you have COB, auth is waived if we are paying secondary, okay? So I know that can get confusing when you have the MNFEE, because the first thing the MNFEE tells you to do is look for authorization. So you kind of have to keep in mind that although I have to price the claim, I still need to keep in mind that I'm also seeing those COB auth waive instructions trump the needing an authorization here in the MNFEE, okay? Okay, so it does tell us to go ahead and enter our auth waive match if we are paying secondary. So that's why I'm looking at my image first. We are going to be paying secondary because Medicare made a payment. Now the bot partially worked this claim and put in the Medicare OC allowed and all of that, but the bot did not waive the auth. So I'm going to go ahead and do my auth match waive as I would do on any other COB claim. Okay? Make sure you're doing that if you have COB and we're paying secondary. Alright? So now I'm going to go get my price, because I can't completely coordinate my claim until I have this line priced. Right? So I am going to go ahead and check for a duplicate. Yes?
Okay, just check.
Which SAT are you in?
I'm back into the MNFEE SAT for New Jersey. If my line of business is New Jersey. I'm checking for a duplicate. I'm checking a couple days prior to my date of service. And I need to go check my CPT code. So K0001. Alright, so this is my claim, so I do not have a duplicate for this date of service. Alright, Now, I am not checking for an authorization because my auth is waived due to COB. So this would be, auth is not required, okay? Because of the COB, so keep that in mind. So that's why I'm going to step 3. It's a little bit bigger. So step 3 has me reviewing if my claim is part of the New Jersey Behavioral Health Initiative. It is not, because my specialty is DME. Okay? So DME is not listed among those specialties. So I'm going to keep going to step 4. Step 4 wants me to verify if I have a claim related to Healthy Steps. I do not, because my claim does not have this procedure code and modifier on it. So I'm just going to go straight to step 5. So now step 5 has me reviewing my pricing and adjudication details. So I'm going to do my Alt-TG, which can be done from the header and or the detail line, okay? Here I see that my line of business is JMD. My claim is pulling the professional 5,010. My percent allowed is going to be 170, and my fee schedule is NJC, okay? So now it asks me a bunch of questions. Is my claim billed with any of the 992 and the H0006? No. This is not OBAT. My specialty is not doula. My claim is not billed with the T1024. So now I'm in here where it says claim has the following price schedules. So my price schedule is NJC, so that's going to take me down to step 9. Okay, so step 9 asks me some of the same questions that we already said no to, such as the procedure code 1024, doula specialty, TBI, nope. The provider specialty would be TBI, okay? So not a TBI claim. Provider specialty is DME. So now I'm going to go to the Medicare and exchange pricing. So once again, wants me to review for duplicate and validate my auth. Don't need to do that. Already did it as part of the MNFEE, and auth is not required. I'm going to go to step 3, where it wants me to go to the detail page. And then it also wants me to open the provider's contract. Actually, I need to go back to the header to get the contract information. So here I'm opening the PROVC. Going to pick my JND line of business. So notice this vendor is down here twice. Do you see that, team? So if you see that, you want to pick the one that is set as a default, okay? So the same vendor ID number is listed here twice in the provider contract screen. We're going to pick the one that is listed as the default. So I'm going to highlight that vendor and do my Control D to get to my pricing and adjudication details, which confirmed what I already knew, is that for the 5,010 sequence, I'm going to pay it $570 for my fee schedule, okay? So, just gonna go ahead and put that in there so I don't forget and can look at it again later. Okay. Now I've gone to step 5, I've verified the pricing details. I also know that I am going to be paying for the Medicare rates, okay? Because this NJC is New Jersey Medicare Professional. So my claim is going to be paying against Medicare rates. So I'm going to go to step 7. So step 7 is where we review our zip code and open our fee schedule. So I'm going to go ahead and open that link. I'm going to pull in the first quarter, not the second, because my data service is March. I'm going to open the January 2026 price schedule. So the first thing I'm going to do is open the Excel spreadsheet, Excel workbook, to check to see if my zip code is rural. Okay? And the zip code I want to use is the zip code on the claim in box 5. Right? I'm going to do a find here. Enter my zip code. It's too many zeros. Okay, so my zip code is not on this spreadsheet, so that means I have an urban zip code, or in other words, non-rural. Okay, so now I'm going to go open the POS fee schedule. Remember, P&E is when you have your enteral nutrition. Those are your pick codes that start with B. Okay, so I'm opening the POS fee schedule. Freezing panes doesn't really work too well. Actually, some of these panes are already frozen anyway. So for my code, I'm going to find my procedure code. I have my CPT. It is a capped rental. Not letting me highlight. And I need New Jersey pricing for this line. Okay, so my New Jersey non-rural pricing, my base rate is $26.42. Okay. Now I'm going back to my SAT. And I'm going to read my if-then statements. Okay. So my first if-then statement asks me if I have the CR, capped rate, reflected in the category column E, and the claim is billed with an NU modifier. That is not me. Going to keep going. So the next question is, capped rental is reflected in category E, and the procedure code is billed with an NU. Once again, not me. So now I'm down here at the bottom of page 8 where it says capped rental is reflected in the category column E and the claim is billed with an RR modifier. The first thing it's asking me is the procedure code is considered a rental, and then if rental item is a power wheelchair with CPT falls within these guidelines, I'm going to the SPPRI power-driven wheelchair. This is not me, because even though this is a wheelchair, this is a standard wheelchair, not power-driven wheelchair. So I'm going to keep going down here. Make note of the fee applicable to the cap rental procedure with the RR modifier. So yes, I made a note of that code. I'm going to go ahead and put it in my calculator. Okay. So now it talks about cap rentals are to be billed with modifier RR and additional modifiers KH, KI, or KJ indicate the month of rental applicable to the claim, which is utilized to price the claim but is not required to be billed. So the first one, and it's a little hard to read, but it basically says KH equals first month of rental, and we pay 100% of the rate previously noted. KI is the second and third month of rental, we still pay at 100%. KH is the 4th through 15th month of rental, and we are going to pay at 75% of the previous rate noted in the cap rental procedure code, okay? So, reminder, they do not have to bill with these modifiers. If they don't, we have to do a claim history display. Okay? That's not us, so now we're going to go down here to step 9. Okay. So step 9 has us looking at the provider contract, has us reviewing the percent allowed and the price schedule allowed amount, which I already have right up there. I grabbed that earlier, okay? And then it says the procedure code is a capped rental. I'm going to go to 11. So 11 is the procedure code is billed with modifier KJ or determined that the rental month equals 4 through 15 from the claim history, and the modifier is RR. So now I'm going to follow this formula. I'm going to take my rate, multiply that by 75%, then by the provider's percent allowed and the provider's price schedule amount times any quantity reflected on the line. Okay? So I have a quantity of 1. So I'm going to take the code I already in there. I'm going to multiply that by 0.75. That gives me my first cutback to the 75% of the Medicare fee schedule. So now I'm going to apply the provider's percentage. I'm only going to do 0.70 because 100% of course is 1. So this right here is my fee. And yes, sometimes Somebody have a question?
Well, I'm sorry, I don't get. I just wondered, can you do the equation again? You said you multiply it by 100, was it 100?
100%. So 100% of something is 1. 1 times anything is the same number.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, because the parameter allowable was 100?
100%, not 100. It's 100% and 70%.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So we don't multiply it times 100 and then by 70. We multiply it by 100%, which is 1, and we multiply it by 70.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Try it. Thank you.
You're welcome. See, so I have my number times 100% equals the same number. So that's why I didn't do that before. Okay? So then times 70% equals 0.7. And I still come up with the same rate. I just skipped the step where I was multiplying it by 1. Okay? Because 100% is equivalent to multiplying your number by 1. Now, if this was 105%, then I would not skip that step. I would multiply it by 105. Okay? Any other questions?
Ms. Lucille,
Yes.
so in your side notes, I saw you do the 26, oh, so you just skipped that and went to the 75%, and then after that, you just went to the 70%. Right.
I had done that first when I was started my math. So this is our fee. Remember I pulled that from the fee schedule?
I got that.
Yep.
And then
So when I did my
you did
math,
75% because of the rental, because of the
because it's a capped rental.
right.
Yes. So they are indicating by the KJ modifier that they are in rental month 4 through 15.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, I'm good. We good. I just wanted to
Okay.
make sure I was seeing it right.
Yep. All right.
Thank you.
All right. So now my claim is priced. Okay? So now I'm going to go back and complete my COB. Okay? Let's see. So I already have the claim pulled in CMI. There's no dispute letter. It is not denying as a duplicate. I already did a duplicate search. Okay? It's not a corrected claim. I need to check for timely filing. I need to open this link to verify what the timely filing is for New Jersey Medicaid. And from this link, I'm going to the timely filing grid SharePoint. I'm going to open timely filing. My claim is in 2026, so I'm going to come down here and open the timely filing grid in the app. Okay, so I have New Jersey Medicaid. Scroll down here till I find them. Okay, so for third-party liability, New Jersey does not have any separate timely filing guidelines. So they follow the 180-day timely filing, whether the provider is par or non-par, regardless of the date of the EOB. Okay? So if this claim was in March of 2025, it would be denied for timely filing, even though the EOB shows that they just paid it. Okay? Because New Jersey does not give them any grace period for the EOB date. Okay? I have to look at this every time because sometimes these change. So I've reviewed my grid. My claim is well within timely filing for data service 3/5/2026 because it was received on 5/5 of 2026. So it was received well within the 180-day guideline. All right. So now that I've determined that my claim was received within timely filing, I'm going to go to step 3, okay? Claim determination, compare the claim image against the primary EOB. So remember, this is an EDI EOB that I have attached here. So this is a valid EOB for the provider. I'm not going to have bill charges matched. I'm not going to have the provider's name on here. I don't even have the data service. But because it is connected to my synthetic image that has all my bill charges, provider's name, data service, I have a valid EDI EOB. Okay? So, they are reminding us that the member may have more than one insurance carrier. For Medicare A, hospital, Medicare B, medical, or Medicare AB is listed under name. Be sure to confirm the carrier's information matches the type of claim and EOB you've received. And then it's reminding us that Medicare does not cover HS or T codes or long-term custodial care. So I'm going to open the link here of what is covered under Medicare A, Medicare B. So this is the new link. And my claim is for durable medical equipment, so it would be covered under Medicare Part B. Right? So, what they want us to first check is, member has active coverage with another primary carrier and the billed CPT is related to TBI. Provider specialty must be TBI. What the state of New Jersey does is they have us process those as prime. The member has active coverage with another primary carrier. The billed CPT code is not related to TPI or a state waivered service, and the carrier is Medicare or Medicaid. So what they're talking about state waiver services is there are specific services that the state allows to be covered without an EOB, okay? So if there is an EOB attached, we would go ahead and apply it. But if there isn't one, we would pay these as prime. So this is another link. Oh, seriously? Hold on just a moment.